right, here is the video review for Transformers Earthrise Deluxe BLUESTREAK, a Walgreens exclusive. It is, like I said, Walgreens exclusive. I've been checking Walgreens this week because it started showing up. They put it up on their website for order on Wednesday, I believe. I ordered it. I literally had 45 minutes later, I had a shipping notice, and it showed up today on Friday. It's Friday, October 23rd. Now the video is dated, so everybody knows. So that's cool. I'm super excited to show him off. He's a fun little toy. Also, a fun little toy that arrived today, my new iPhone 12 Pro. So I'm shooting this in 4K 60 frames a second. Maybe that'll make a difference. One thing that has made a difference, because I can control more of how close I get. It's going to be easier to zoom in and zoom out on this, which is very nice. The other thing, normally on my old phone, I would click on the figure, and then to make sure I was getting a good visual, I would up the white balance and the light intake, so it would, one, make the background pop a little wider and make the video a little brighter than it had been, which washed out a lot of, you can, when I talk about how the ripply plastic here that things don't stand on well, you can actually kind of see what I'm talking about now. It's really it's really showing off that, like, I can't get away with it anymore. I really need to take the time to replace this backdrop. It's getting old, and I'm going to make that a priority here soon. So in the next few days, the next few videos, you'll probably see this change color, change appearance, because it's time. I could get away with it before, so new phone tech is bringing me screamingly into updating my video reviews here, which I'm sure some of you are thrilled about. Anyway, here's BLUESTREAK. Here he is with all his guns, just to show you where they fit in vehicle mode. You can also attach these to the side of this gun if you want, both in his robot mode hands and or for the vehicle mode if you just want to give him a single gun on top of his vehicle. And then it just pops off. Now, a lot of people were complaining or saying, be careful, do you have a QC thing? Because the canopy here has a little bit of a gap down here, and it's not super bad. Like, from the back, it's only popping up by a tiny bit. It doesn't look nearly as bad as some of them that I've seen, and I haven't figured out exactly what's pushing it up. Now, part of it, too, is, like, the gap itself on mine isn't that bad, and if it were just this, it wouldn't bother me that much. Part of it, too, is because this is black here and black here, it seems to draw more attention to it and make it look worse because of the way this window curves, and makes it look like it's even more of an error than it might look on Smokescreen or Prowl. I don't have either one of those yet, the Earth mode versions of them, so maybe I'm wrong. But it does seem like the problem itself on mine really isn't that bad. Because if you look, that's not a very deep ridge. It's popped up just a little bit. And because even if I push this all the way down flat, just the change in color still makes that look like it's a little bit, it doesn't match up right. And it's just because the black's matching up against the gray. So visually, it seems to be more of an issue on BLUESTREAK. Now, I have seen some pictures of some that were really popping up, like they were, like, there's a gap like, this big, even bigger than that in some cases, that absolutely I understand the issue with, like almost like that. And that's fair. Like, I'm not saying it's purely a visual issue. I'm just saying it's, on mine at least, it's a minor issue that is exacerbated by the color change here and makes it look like it's an even bigger issue than it actually is. And that may be the case on some of them. But I have seen some that are sitting way up high, and just keep an eye out on your toy. But it's a very beautiful car. It's a very nice deco. The nice bluish tinted lights up here. Very nice, shiny. It's not really shiny. It's a matte black, but it just has some class to it. And then the gray. And then some bright red down here on the underside, which we'll see in robot mode. And a nice little Autobot logo there on the hood. And it rolls pretty well. It actually has painted wheels. They're not just, they are just pop-on wheels, but they're not just a solid black chunk. They actually painted the rims, which is nice. So a slick-looking dude. And transforming him is fairly simple. He's not super difficult. We just pop the doors open. And then lift his arms up. Because the arms are pegged onto these tabs here. There's a slot there. But lift the arms up, pull them out to the side here. Again, everything pegs in very securely too. You can see there's a little tab here that goes into a slot on the arm. And those slots also attach to the torso to hold everything together when we get to robot mode. So just open those up. Then come back here. I'll open these red panels on the feet up. And then kind of pull those down like that. And then you kind of work the the knees out from under the canopy and extend the legs down like that, at which point you can go ahead and untab them from each other. And then there's a little red panel here that is just friction. It's the same kind of clip as this, but a little weaker because it's thinner plastic. So you might end up popping this out of its little, I'll go ahead and pop it. Well, now it doesn't want to come out, but yeah, there you go. It's just one of those little things. So you can pop, and if that comes out, just pop it back in. And it doesn't really fold in or sit super deep in there, but it just kind of folds down and makes this look a little less hollow because you can see it is very empty in there. And same over here. Got one of my hairs. It's off my head, don't worry. There, and watch this. I can just go whoop. Oh, whoop, nope. Okay, I guess it's not going to let me do that. Oh, this is going to make, oh, come on. Go away. Oh, man, before I was doing this where I could tap on my zoom and it would just automatically zoom. Now it's only letting me do the 2x zoom. Huh. I literally was messing with this earlier to figure out how this camera worked, thinking I could just click on a button, because why even have those buttons if I can't go there? Okay, so we're learning things about the phone. Anyway, I can zoom in if I want, so maybe that's the case. Maybe I just start at 1 and zoom in there. Turn his head around right here. Turn his waist around to face the front. And then on the hood, push this middle piece right here, clip it out, push it in so it folds down. And this little tab right here, there is a tab right here that you will need to push down to clip in right here. But you fold this down around on this double hinge here in the backpack, and then fold it down. And you want to make sure these pieces right here need to go behind these red tabs, because his arms are going to clip onto those red tabs. So you have to fold this all up in a way so that those come forward into the wheel well and line up, so you can take the slot in the arm, the shoulder piece, and tab it onto there. And usually once you get one side done, the other side kind of fall right into place. And then right here, you can see there's still a smidge of a gap right here on his abdomen. So push that down until it clicks into place. Sometimes you'll get a really loud click, and sometimes it'll just kind of click, depending on how far away it is from where it stopped. If it's already almost in there, it'll just kind of go click, but if it hasn't gone seated properly, it'll make a little bit of a louder click. Bring his arms down, you can angle his doors back, and there he is in robot mode. There we go, he's in. It's in frame. And then, like I said, you can have him hold his pistol with all the guns attached. You can take these little side guns off and plug them in here, right up here on his shoulders. And he's a really fantastic looking robot. Nice colors. His head is on a ball joint. It's a little stiff to turn side to side. You do have to turn around. The first time I turned it, it was almost stuck. I was almost worried I was going to break that ball joint, or the peg the ball joint was on, but it came loose just fine. But it was just slightly stuck and worried me a little bit. But you got a head on a ball joint. You got the extra transformational hinge, but that should stay clipped. But you got a rotational or a swivel joint there, a swivel joint forward and back. It does have a bicep swivel, which is a little tight. You can hear it squeaking just a smidge. Hinge elbows to just past 90 degrees. 120 degrees, 115. Wrist swivel. He does have a waist swivel, dual hinge hips, a thigh swivel, a hinge knees that can collapse pretty well because of the hollowness down there. And he's got an ankle tilt at the toe as well as some front to back. And then these little panels help him stay supported. So yeah, very cool, very nice, and super fast shipping from Walgreens. So thank you very much, Walgreens. And real quick, I don't have any of his Earthrise counterparts. I do have Siege Prowl somewhere, but I can't find him. So just to give you an idea of how big he is, here he is with Earthrise Cliffjumper and Hoist and Optimus Prime. And there you go, just to give refocus that, just to give a good group shot. Yeah, this new screen is nice. Sorry, now I'm just talking to my phone. I can actually see more of what I've got in frame. It's a little crisper, so I can tell. It's more obvious when I'm not 100% focused properly. So hopefully this will lead to some better reviews, better looking reviews going forward, and I hope you enjoy them. But anyway, there is Deluxe Earthrise BLUESTREAK, the Walgreens exclusive. Very cool, very nice. We're going to have some other cool figures on the way in the next week, including some TFCon exclusives from the virtual TFCon that's happening tomorrow and Sunday. We're definitely going to be looking at the MMC Rat Bat / Batman Vexo Promenon, I think is his name. Onx Primal, whatever you want to call him. That's going to be cool. And maybe if I can get my hands on him, that Planet X Helios. We'll see. But here is BLUESTREAK. He's cool. Thanks for watching. We'll see about all this soon.